What up? What up? What up? What's going on? Hope everybody is all right. What up, guys? Just kind of be chilling in here, drawing right now. Give it a little time for everybody to come in here. Hope everybody is well. These little baby feet. Giving my guy a little jumpsuit. Like that just looks fun. It's not like drawing these like characters that are always in the background. Looks fun. About 6 minutes in. Wait till we get about 10 minutes in. It's always like makes me nervous sometimes on like undrawn backgrounds. I just think that like there's so much that goes into this stuff. Like I just have too much fun. So I always have to like be careful. You can't have too much fun when drawing. Or so they say. At least that's what I was told. I have to go back. See. Anyway. Welcome back to another manga hour with Marshulartz. As you guys know, we're just drawing manga and doing all that whole thing. Really excited to be back with you guys. Shout out! This is episode 5. We made it to 5 episodes. We're gonna keep going. There's a new episode, new regular update episode going tomorrow. It's gonna be coming out tomorrow. So right alongside me drawing, and those usually drop at 10 a.m. So be real to that. We're gonna be reviewing some more. We're gonna be reviewing some more DD Mark. So yeah, there's gonna be that. Outside of that, though, yeah, it's pretty much it. So strap in, grab some popcorn, get your drawing out. And we're gonna be drawing just like that. Oh, appreciate the recent subscribers as well. People coming in and doing this, tuning in, even people who see my regular videos, tuning into the lives, man. Appreciate you guys all the time. And yeah, gonna be doing this stuff with the old balloon bat. Yeah, like look up reference for this city. I hate when like I create something and I'm like, how did I actually draw this again? Sometimes I'll be forgetting, man. Oh, there it is. Right there. Okay. Yeah, I think that really works. There's always all these different techniques that like the Japanese are using, and I remember trying to figure out like what exactly they were doing. A lot of it isn't hard. It's just when you understand what the artist is trying to do, it kind of makes you think about like American art in a way, right? Because artists do certain techniques in order to make things happen. But I think a big part of that is just understanding what it is like they're trying to do. Hey, I want to show more of this, or I want to have more of this going. And it's really just about that same thing. You know, what are you trying to portray on the page? And I think there's a lot of mangaka who don't understand that. They don't think about what they're trying to portray on the page. They just kind of draw what seems cool, and I think that works. But you can gather a lot more readers if you're actually being intentional with what you're doing, you know? I think it's something that like One Piece and a bunch of other manga have told me. Like, I oftentimes tell people I read One Piece, and like, is that the only thing you read? And it's like, dude, no. I read so much stuff. And what's crazy is like, it's not even all shonen. Like, it's not even shonen half of the time. Most of the stuff I read is outside of shonen. Well, that's a lie. I do read a lot of shonen, but I do read a lot of non-shonen stuff as well. And I think that like that also counts for something. I definitely copied the way that I shade my trees from One Piece. I get a lot of flack for not using a tree brush, but I don't see the point in using a tree brush because to me that's so unstylistically, I don't know. If you can blend it into your work, I think like I commend you for that. I think that's the biggest thing about using any sort of brushes is like, yo, can you blend this into your current work? You know? I think that's the best way to use any sort of brush is to blend that brush into your work. There's already too many people who don't do that. You know, they'll just use a brush and then leave it alone. It'd be like using, and this is the joke on like my old channel, using a freaking 3D horse for like a webtoon or something like that. Like, bro, there's so much more that you could do, and you're just using this 3D horse. And it just sucks that you're using this 3D horse like this. trying to detail this bad boy out all the way. It's funny because like no one's gonna see anything past like a certain point in this thing, and I think that to me is like the funny part of like detailing sometimes, because like we can get so caught up in detailing. It's like, oh, no one's even gonna see this. You know, why are we detailing this? And it's like just the artistic thing. Just how we are as artists, you know. We detail pointless shit all the time. It makes it look good and it makes it look full. I do have to get better at like drawing like pine trees, especially where like shading them is concerned. I know there's gonna be some people like, how do you know where the things go? I've read enough books that have like cliffs in them to kind of, you know, BS it. You know, all this is just you adding in lines where it makes sense to go, like where it feels right. You're not actually going in and being like, I know exactly where these go. There's no one who's doing this, unless you're like some like weird perfectionist. But I promise you, a lot of this is just random detail. You know, you're moving your hand, your wrist, your elbow, your arm sometimes in ways that just feel natural. You know, that's when this stuff details out. You're like, oh, okay, you're here, and it's like, oh, okay. I want to see how like other. The thing about it is like trying to figure out how these pine trees are gonna look. I gotta start learning how to color these damn things. A lot of the times too, you can kind of see how they're drawn, and you can kind of go from there. And since it's normally just like a mass of flowers or a massive like vines, it's gonna be darker. So then I'm just gonna like make them black and like carve out some white. So let's try this. Right. I'm gonna take a cross-hatching brush. I don't want to get too close to the actual tree, because I want it to be just kind of a, if you zoom in too much, you're too close to it. So but when you zoom out, you kind of get this sense of like, this is how it's going to look for the person who reads it, you know? Hey, it looks pretty cool. It definitely adds like a contrast in there too. I'm seeing it done like differently online, and I'm like, I think I like that. You know, a lot of this too is you just kind of deciding what looks good to you. Yo, what up, Yosh? Don't know what the background is here. Yeah, man, just trying to do some shit, you know. It's not really hard to do anything that I'm doing. It's just like it just takes time. I think if I wasn't doing Penguinboy, I'd be trying to do backgrounds for somebody's stuff. And it probably wouldn't be perfect, you know. What's good, son? Just drawing some drawing, you know. Talking about my process along the way. Yeah, but drawing backgrounds isn't really all that difficult. It can be time consuming depending on what you're drawing, especially if you have to like draw a whole setup scene. I think a setup scene is always going to be like really, really difficult, man. Because you have to establish like the character and where they are, you know. And you want that to really be conveyed through the background, more or less. I mean, it's a setup shot, you know, establishing shots, and drawing random people in the background, man. That's what I really love with this. I can't wait till we get to like a big city, and I get to draw like just all these different people doing this stuff. What up, Pink Bird? That kind of draws you in a little bit more. Now, I'll even do him. I want this guy to pop a little bit more. So I carve away at the stuff around him. That way he pops a little bit more in the foreground / background. Looks good. Yeah, that looks really good. What are you guys up to? What's my guys up to? Crazy explosion. Yeah, it's about to be even crazier, dog. No, it probably looks crazy now, but it's about to get a whole lot worse. pulling out the references for this one. I believe it's this version. Yeah, no, not this version. My guy's about to get blown up. Happy things get worse. Yeah, I know you are. I bet you are happy things get worse. He said I'm happy things get worse. Trying to figure out how I want to do this. Pretty sure it's this one. Yeah, this is the one. But yeah, no. Literally, I'm actually gonna make his hand go down. This person's getting like fucking fried right at the gate. Make him have short hair. since the blast is coming from here, probably should start to really disintegrate the ground even more. How are you guys? How are you guys? How's life going? Hopefully life's going pretty well. Might change this based on the center coming from there. Let me actually do special ruler. 9. I'm gonna make sure I start having an idea for when I actually go back in and redraw this stuff. I feel like it's one arc. One Piece is really making me rethink how I approach storytelling, and specifically cast management and story beats. Yeah, 100%. Dude, this is the thing I always say, and you've unlocked my trap card, Yosh. One Piece is one of the greatest stories told, and I truly mean that in a lot of ways. I'm not saying it's better than Attack on Titan or better than your favorite anime, but I'm saying from a storytelling perspective, for as long as it's been going on, One Piece is a great element to look at when it comes to handling cast, when it comes to world building, when it comes to all these different themes, when it comes to all these different methods of storytelling. And we have to look at that and go, what is the best way? What is the best way for us to do this? What is the best way for us to storytell? Wano is my least favorite arc of One Piece. It is my No. Wano has interesting moments, but it is still my least favorite arc. I would rather go back to Dressrosa or Zhao or somewhere else where it's like, cool. I mean, I don't like not Dressrosa. I don't really care for the Big Mom one. I don't really care for Big Mom's arc all that much. I mean, it's whatever. But Wano is by far like one of my. I like some things and I just dislike a lot of other things. You know what I mean? So for that in particular, I just look at it and I go, Wano did what he did. Oda did what he did. I'm not entirely happy with Wano, but it's okay. You know what I mean? It's not just for me as a person. But my criticism is still Wano. I won't ruin anything since you just got to Wano. But it let me down in a lot of ways. The arc after Wano, Egghead, holy shit. Mind blown. I'm just gonna say that. My mind was all the way blown. Like real talk. But I'm glad it's helping you rethink about that, Yosh, because it should. You know, if people want to create epics where they want it to be a little bit longer of a story, I don't see why people wouldn't be looking at Wano, you know. Or not just Wano, just One Piece in general. So but I guess to ask your question, like what were you thinking about when it comes to these when it comes to this stuff? Like what's your thought process on Wano? And what exactly is it teaching you? I'm like focusing on a little bit because I got to remember that this is a giant explosion, which means the body silhouette would be way darker. This means the silhouette for almost everything will be way darker, especially the outline. She. I only got to one piece teaching me how to craft compelling characters with more depth, how to intertwine storylines into one overall narrative in an engaging way. The way Oda writes makes it feel like an actual world with real people. 100%. Like, it really does. That's why when you read Penguinboy, and I know I'm making this about myself again, I do apologize, but I don't apologize. I mean to do this. That's why when you read Penguinboy, I really try. I'm noticing that I'm getting better with characterization. Like if you start in chapter 1, I really try to emphasize characterization. Although to me, looking back at it now, I'm just like, fuck, okay, I didn't do this as perfectly as I wanted to. And as I've gone through the chapters, I've really learned how to do that. It's so easy to think we know what we're doing when we're in the process of doing it, but realizing how little we know once we start putting that pen to page. And when you put that pen to page and you go to read your favorite story, then you come back and see your work, you realize just how shallow your characters really are. Not because you want to make them that way, but because it's done like that on purpose, you know? It's done like that in a way to be like, ah, shit, like I did not want this to happen, you know? These characters are meant to have way more gravitas than this. And it's just like, yeah, they just don't. And that's okay. You can work on it as you get better. I totally get what you mean, though. Nah, plug your manga gang. Yeah, I totally get what you mean, though, man. Like, you know, there's this whole thing. I appreciate you sharing that link, Yosh. It's the whole thing, man. Where like, I look at these stories and I really just go, yeah, these guys, the reason why these greats are doing the way they are is because there's a way to do it. And that's one of the reasons why I always tell people, like, when I'm studying manga to learn how to actually draw manga the way I want to, you know. And this comes with a lot of different things. You know, I'm not just like looking at this and going, yeah, you know, I could do this. Like I was talking to somebody earlier, man, and I always said, like, imagine if Eminem came into the hip hop game and just ignored all the rules. I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna do this thing here the way I want to do it. Like, in some way, shape, or form, he did that, but at the same time, he was able to innovate and pioneer in a lane that, in a world that literally he doesn't come from. But he still lived a rugged lifestyle. He still had those discrepancies, which he could relate to, you know, black people who created this thing. And it's really dope. It's super dope, dude. And All right, now we get into actually drawing the. We get into drawing everything else. I need my giant gouge brush. I don't want this on the same layer as that. I think it's like right up under them. You actually make that like way back. Yo, Chauncey the boy. What up, man? Hey, congratulations, man, on congratulations on going to that convention and selling a bunch of your stuff, man. That's always commendable, man. Congratulations on that. Sir Chauncey Jamal Hill. Big ups, man. That's always amazing. What up, LeMay? How are you doing? So thank y'all for real. Yeah, man. Yeah. I'm actually really happy how this page is turning out. It's turning out pretty good. It's turning out way better than what I thought it was going to turn out. But it's crazy because like I already felt like this page was going to turn out pretty good. I didn't have a doubt in my mind. There's always like a way to do it, and it's like for me, sometimes I have to slow myself down and like think like what really makes sense with what I'm doing. It just adds to it. You see how like that extra line work just really adds to it. Got my boy coming up out of his shoes. I think I gotta use like a lighter pencil. Do like these like grass marks. You guys ever see it on like anime and manga where like those grass marks are fucking there? And like it's like supposed to be like a wave of energy. Not really wave of energy, but like it's more so like wind. It's kind of what I'm looking to do right now. There we go. We'll sure have to do that. I gotta do this last thing, and this page is done. This page is done. What do you guys think I'm about to do? What do you guys think I'm about to do to tie this whole page together? We'll see if you really know me by now, huh? We'll see if you guys really know what I'm about to do. No guesses yet, huh? Okay. Seems like you guys don't know then. I guess I'll just have to show you. You guys make me feel like a evil anime antagonist. An anime antagonist, yeah. One of these days, I'm gonna do a whole chapter. Analog. I'm gonna do a whole chapter of Penguinboy traditionally and just see how that goes. Hello, you feel the impact of this composition? Yeah, man. Has to do with the presentation of everything. That's one of the reasons why, like, I always tell people too, Chance, when I'm just like, your drawing ability is what it is, and you're gonna get better at drawing. And that's why I hate when you're like, bro, you got to go study anatomy, because like they just sound stupid. It's like telling a soccer player, oh well, you just got to go study the game, bro. If you don't get your ass out in that field and start playing, you'll learn faster just playing the game. You'll learn better. You'll move quicker. You'll find out your flaws a lot faster, you know? All from just actually playing the game. The same thing with like working out. Like you just got to start working out and you got to learn to love the pain. And I think for a lot of people, that's like the hard part. But like, yeah, this whole drawing thing, dog, like I focus on what I'm trying to say within the story, not just the actual, not just the actual drawing aspect of it too. You know? So many people find out and they just do the drawing aspect of it. Hmm. Yeah, I like it better with the white. It's like those people who say read more books as criticisms to newbie writers. Yes, that is part of it, but they also need to practice writing and get good feedback. Yeah, I mean, good feedback can be subjective, just like good art can be subjective. A lot of stuff can be subjective, which is why, like, I live a lot of this journey as like nuance. Like, are we, how nuanced are we looking at it? What side are we looking at it? What are you trying to do? And I think, playing it that way for me is best. I think that's one of those things where actually I need to do one more thing. I think looking at it like that, LeMay, is always nice, because then you kind of get an idea of how you want to do things. And, there's people who are like, oh, that's so hypocritical. I mean, we as humans evolve so much. What isn't hypocritical about the way we live? One minute we like one food or TV show, then the next minute we hear a review talking about aspects of it that are good or bad, and we change our view on whether that show is good or bad. It's hypocritical, but it's how we evolve. It's how we live life. It's how we adapt. And yeah, I mean, that's how I look at it. But I agree. I think that there's always going to be that nuance to be like, yeah, go read more. Okay, reading is good, but like, you got to apply that shit. You got to be able to apply that knowledge. You know what I mean? Okay. Do you guys think like there should be some sort of schooling? Oh, you guys want to see this figurine I got? Hang on. But do you guys think there should be some sort of schooling where, in terms of like manga creation? Look at this figurine I got. This thing is fucking massive, dude. It's like the size of my head. Got it for like $10. It's not a high quality figurine, but it's still freaking epic to me, dude. This is pretty dope. Yes, there should be a manga school, but figure is sick as fuck to it. Thank you. If I did like a schooling type thing, would you guys be down with that? Like I thoroughly went through, and I had teachers who were also Japanese mangaka themselves, like kind of teaching other things. Because I know a lot of like Japanese mangaka in the space. And I think that'd be something kind of cool. There are some, but it's overpriced. I vote for bringing back apprenticeships. Dude, that would be actually pretty cool. That is actually a pretty good idea, like having like an apprenticeship instead. Having an apprenticeship would actually be pretty cool. I love storytelling at your school, man. That'd be kind of cool though, like, right? It's like we talk about all aspects of just storytelling and the creation of manga. And it's just something I've been thinking about for a long time. Where it's like I never really wanted to be the teacher, but I always feel like there's just not this place where people can actually go and learn how to actually create manga. And eventually you guys will get sick of hearing me say create manga, but that's really what it is. You know, that's really what this is about, is creating manga. And it would specifically be about creating manga itself, not like some weird fucking... Oh, I see what I did. I messed up. I think it would be tight though. It'd be fun. Learn to Draw Manga is a channel like that. A very good resource. I think it is. I think that was one I was looking at a while ago. And let me actually see. Oh, yeah, that's right. I didn't like this channel. I remember I did not like this channel. I don't remember why I didn't like this channel. I think it made it feel like every other American. So, like, I just want to say this really quick. And I need to say this. Like, most of the how to draw stuff here in America is very, it's so kiddish. Like, it just feels like it doesn't take itself fucking seriously. And what I mean by that is, let me go back and look at this YouTube channel. It'll be like, how to make manga like a pro. Or it'll say, Foreigner got published in Japan. Or it'll say, horror mangaka got published at Viz. Like, it's, I don't know how to explain it, but that's cringe as fuck to me. Like, it just really is. Like, it's cringe. And it might be the presentation of it all. But my thing wouldn't even be talking about how to get published or how to do things. It would literally just be talking about the pure creation aspect of manga. Now, I remember watching some of these videos, and they do actually talk about how, and I might do a whole separate video about this later on, but I would go into like breaking down Kisho Tenketsu, the story structure arc, and how it can apply. I would give examples from Bleach, Naruto, One Piece, the prime examples. I would go into JJK and a bunch of other manga that I'm reading. But the biggest thing is like how to make your first manga, stop this now, can't draw, analog versus digital, zero experience. I don't think there's anything wrong with those videos. I guess I don't like the presentation of, oh, how to make mangas. Like, let's make it cheap and just say a bunch of fucking words at you, and it's like, you're not really showing me anything, you're not really telling me anything, and that's not fair to the channel for me to say all the way. But that's how I feel whenever I watch the material, and it does help a lot of people, obviously, because the channel is popular. But for me, I would go on a different route with it. I would go and talk about things in a completely different way, and because it would be structured, it would allow me to sit down and go over either my methods of like where I messed up and what I can do to apply to, like, how I can improve my own work. I would also talk about, you know, the editor side of it, since I've talked to multiple editors now, and just kind of say, hey, you know, this is it. I would honestly go through a bunch of the magazines and a bunch of other books that I would read, and I would be talking about and expressing on these different points using examples. I feel like a lot of these videos work, but most people, I can't say most people don't want to get published in Japan, but that's what it feels like. Most people want to be able to do what they're doing and then go apply at Marvel, or go apply at DC, or go apply at Image, or any of these other comic companies. And I think that's fine, but it's going to be harder. You know what I mean? And it's like, you can get a job with Viz. I think that's cool, but don't just stop there. There's too many people who are in these videos who are like, yeah, I got a thing with Viz. And then they're kind of stagnant for 6 to 8, 10, 12 months. And it's like, bro, continue to fucking create or do something. They could be creating in the background. I don't know. This is just assumptions. But I'm just like, dude, do something. Do something else. Like, create something else. Don't just be satisfied with a one-shot unless that's your goal. If your goal is to get a one-shot and then you go with Viz or whatever, you get published in Japan, like, because I'm telling you, this game is cutthroat. You gotta be going at it to a certain degree, either really hard or you just have to be consistent. You know what I mean? So it's like, if I was to go through and do any of these things, it honestly would just be me going and saying, let me showcase this in a way of how to actually teach you about these things, using examples and stuff like that. But that's enough of my rant. We can get back to the drawing. Exactly this. Midnight X Cross is a good resource for learning story elements. Midnight X Cross. What is that, Yosh? Would that be Yosh? Would that be Yosh? Would that be Yosh? Okay. As in manga, light novels, and comics. Australian author / YouTuber with a lot of informative videos covering different genres and mediums. Ooh, Midnight X Cross. Oh wait, is this old girl? Hang on. Let me see. I think this might be old girl who. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. I've seen her YouTube channel before. I've never subscribed, so I'll subscribe now. Yeah, she does a lot of cool shit. I like the way she does her content. I feel like her content is way more informative and less like, "Hey, look at me, I'm Mr. Meeksies" type shit. You feel me? What up, King J? Yeah, we're just having a discussion right now, man, about like drawing and stuff like that. Nothing really you missed. But it is an hour and a half, guys. Appreciate you guys being here. I'm going to hop off. I'm actually about to go hop in my Discord and just kind of chill, see if anybody else wants to hop in there, and just kind of knock out maybe another page, and then I'm gonna get going on some stuff. But King J, I apologize. I know you just got in here, but yeah, no. Appreciate everybody's coming, man. Make sure you guys like the video. Please like the video. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. There's a lot of content coming out, a lot of things. Light On is coming out on the 31st. If you guys haven't seen that, Light On is done by the amazingly talented Jovak himself. We've been promoting that trailer for a minute now. I'm actually going to re-promote the trailer here. But yeah, it's coming out on the 31st of October. So literally in less than 2 days. So you can also go get Penguinboy here. Go get Penguinboy Volume 1 from Memento.net. There's only 8 copies left now. We have 2 copies to be bought. But yeah, there's 8 copies left of this. And once they're gone for now. And then I'm going to reprint them once we run out. So yeah, go get your copy of Penguinboy. And yeah, tell me what you guys think. There's a lot of content in here. A lot of things that are awesome. It's the first telling of its story. And yeah, it has some great art and stuff like that. You can go over to Memento.net and grab it. And you can read a bunch of other stuff as well. You can go read Psycho Chapter 3 just dropped. You can go read Akuronin by the talented #1 manga. Then you can go read Recusant by Stormraid as well. And loads of other things are coming. And yeah, we are trying to get to 1K. We're trying to get to 1K. So like I said, if you're not subscribed or you are subscribed, be sure to subscribe. And I appreciate everybody being here, man, who's been here, who's been showing up. We stream every day. Or Sunday through Thursday, 3 p.m. to at least close to 5 p.m. But I want to use this last 30 minutes to kind of really hunker in, kind of go draw, do some stuff. And yeah, new uploads every Wednesday and Sunday as usual. And yes, there's a video coming out tomorrow as well. LeMay, King J, man, I keep missing these streams even though I'm not an artist. I'm very interested. I want to write my own stories. Hey, King J, I'm going to just let you know, man, you can always write your own story. I think writing would be the best way to go if you're not a talented artist. But still, even if you want to be an artist and you want to create the manga, you want to create that story, you can do it. It just takes time. It just takes practice. We were actually talking about that earlier. You can really do anything you put your mind to. So just keep in mind that's always possible. So yeah, LeMay, you have a good rest of your day. King J, Yoshi, Speed Force, Chauncey, Jamal, Hill, everybody who showed up, man. Appreciate y'all. Zon the One, Pink Bird Studios. Appreciate everybody for showing up, man. Appreciate everybody being here. We're gonna be streaming tomorrow as well. Be sure to tap in with the stream 3 p.m. Like I said. Other than that, y'all have a good rest of y'all day. #PenguinNation. We're out.